All right, welcome guys to the second ever episode of Cavetalk. I'm your host, Max Castro.
And I'm your co-host, Ty Long.
Welcome back. It's officially 2023. Happy New Year to everyone watching, listening. And yeah, for this episode, we have a special guest. As you can see, we have a little mic for right here in the middle. And why don't you take it off, Ty?
We got
guest.
Clee Mitchell, former freshman year wrestler, played football all 4 years of high school. He also does some Twitch streaming under Skoxpz. And yeah, you can come in now, Clee.
The famous one, yeah. Welcome, Clee.
All right.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Start it off. Let's hear a little bit about yourself.
Again, my name is Clee Mitchell, or known as Skoxpz. I'm still in high school. I do Twitch streaming. That's like my main hobby. You can find me at twitch.tv/Skoxpz. But yeah, that's mostly what I do.
Yeah, Clee's one of them guys who has like 100 different faces throughout his life.
Yeah, he always tries to pick up something new.
Yeah, he picks up something new every month. He realizes it don't work, and then he goes again and picks something new. But yeah,
Let's start
famous
off with
Skoxpz.
your sports career. What made you stop wrestling?
Wrestling I did not like because when I was practicing, I had to wrestle a girl, and that made me feel real uncomfortable. Some people might say otherwise, but yeah, it made me feel real uncomfortable, and it just, not gonna lie, it made me feel a little gay, so I couldn't do that.
Said you quit, basically.
No, I did. I finished my whole freshman year of wrestling. I mean, it actually wasn't that bad. It was a fun sport, but it just wasn't for me.
Do you know how many wins you got or anything like that?
No, I'm not sure. I have a paper somewhere, but I forget how many it was.
All right, let's talk football now, Clee. All 4 years you lettered, and yeah, what you think about that?
Football's my favorite sport. I mean, I love it to death. It's fun to be around your friends all the time. That's like the only sport that our friend group all has together, and that's mostly the biggest thing about it that I like the most. And I'm gonna miss having the memories in the summer, going to the dam, eating, and all that type of stuff, and doing stuff after practice. But I mean, I guess my 4 years, I mean, I'm happy about it, but I mean, I didn't get to do everything I wanted. My senior year, I didn't even have a single pick. I think I had over 50 tackles, but I didn't have a pick, which is kind of sad. I got robbed of one of them, but I don't know. It is what it is. There's nothing really about it.
I mean, our team made it pretty far, making it to the regional championship. Didn't get it done, but still a good run. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that out of everything. I'm glad that we made it that far. It's a little sad that we couldn't go farther than that, but for my senior year, I'm pretty happy that we went that far, and it was a cool experience because our team has never made it that far that I've played with in my high school career.
Shout out to all the football team out there watching.
Yeah, and the coaches.
Yep. Coach James, we might have him here
He
in the
said he wanted to do
podcast
a
later
pod,
on.
so
Yeah, that might be fun.
Guest, yeah.
Now,
Talk about his football career and all
yeah,
that.
his coaching, all that stuff.
That's cool.
So how'd you get into Twitch now, Clee? How that all come up?
And also the name. What
Yeah,
made
the
you
name,
come up with
Skoxpz.
Skoxpz? Let's start off with that. That's a pretty unique name. I've never heard of that.
Well, how did it start off? Because Ty was the first person to help me with all that, and that's pretty much how I started. But
I don't know how you got the name, though.
well, I don't know. We'll get to the name in a second, but I don't know how I really started it all off. I think just one day, I mean, I play video games a lot, and I was just I had a. Well, actually, okay, so I used to stream on YouTube a long time ago, and it was super bad. I had crappy internet, and I always wanted to do it because I just thought it was cool. And then a couple years later on, I got a PC, and then I got the biggest factor too is I got better Wi-Fi. So I just decided, okay, I'm gonna buy a mic and a webcam, and I started to do it, and I've been doing it for over a year now. And I mean, I'm not the most consistent person, but it's fun to do. It's fun to meet people online and talk to them and have your buddies. There's a kid at my school named Chris. Shout out to you, but I got a lot closer with him through streaming, and he helped me keep going and all that type of stuff. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Now, what about the name?
Okay, so the name is like really, really random.
Skoxpz.
Yeah, big Skoxpz. With
So-
a Z, not an S.
Yes.
So I was in school one day and we were doing a word search. This is like a really weird story, but I was doing a word search and I was sitting there messing around. I always like days off and do stupid stuff. So I was like just looking at random crap in the word search, and I found first it was Skoxp. That's what I found in the word search. And I was like, well, those letters look really cool together. I mean, it doesn't mean anything or have anything to it. I just thought the letters looked cool together. So then it started off as that, and then I added the Z because someone already had a username like that, and there was nothing with Skoxpz on like all platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. So then Skoxpz was the username.
How often do you plan on like streaming now that you're done with sports until the track season begins?
I plan on streaming. So I do every Wednesday because, like, that's the day that I can actually get everything done. I don't have anything that day. Like, I have a girlfriend and stuff, and she's busy every Wednesday. So then that gives me to stay like consistent. And then there's some other days that I do it, but I'm going to try to stream a little bit through track too, but now after break, getting back to school, I'll be able to stay consistent, hopefully. And I have some new stuff coming. I got something for Christmas that I think will be really fun to stream with.
So do you plan on starting like now, like this Wednesday, you'll be streaming?
Yes, this Wednesday I will be streaming. Last week I took a break because I'm trying to set up a bunch of stuff for what I'm wanting to stream with now, and it's a little confusing, so I got a little work to do with that.
And is that something you want to like carry over after high school, or do you think it's just like a high school type of thing?
I mean, I'm not really sure. It just depends. Like, I mean, I'd never do it as like a full-time job because I wouldn't make enough money from it, but I think it is a cool little side hobby to do. I mean, I don't really look into it for the money, but I think the funnest thing about it is like not like knowing that there's like people out there who actually enjoy what you're doing, like this podcast. Like, there's people sitting here watching it that actually enjoy it, and I think that's like a cool thing, and it just makes me feel good about myself.
Now, I have a question for you too, guys, big video game guys. If you had to like just pick one game to just play for the rest of your life, which one would it be and why? Like, just one game. You can just, don't matter.
You can start.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Ty knows this, but I'm super into the game called Rust, and this is a hard pick because it could be poker either, but there's just Rust is like it's like no other game, and it's super fun, and you'll sit there and play, and hours will go past, and you won't even know about it, and it's just, I mean, it does. This sounds dumb, but that game will put you through a lot of stress because it takes a lot of work to get a base, guns, all this, and you could lose it overnight from someone raiding you. But I mean, that game is just so fun. I've spent so many hours on it, and it's super fun.
I'm gonna have to go with poker just because I think it's the game that I get least sick of. I mean, I know it's also a card game that you can play physically, but playing it on the computer is fun too, so I'm going to have to go with that. Now, I think we should talk about what are you going to do, like, after high school, like, habits you're going to keep up. Like, are you going to continue to lift, or are you done with that? Like, what's a hobby of yours that you're going to try to continue to do?
He don't even lift.
Yeah, he doesn't really anymore. But
I mean,
No,
was that just for football?
That was another phase Clee
Well-
had last winter. I remember him like wanting to get pre-workout, protein stuff. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get in the gym every day."
Get bigger. He was
That
trying to
lasted.
gain weight.
I'm not gonna lie. That lasted for like 2 weeks, and then he just did probably like once a week. It's out.
No.
Yes, that was it.
No, listen, I did it the whole winter till track was over. Okay, from winter till track was over. But after high school, I mean, I think that, I don't know necessarily about lifting. I mean, I'm going to do lifting this year for track just because I think it made me a lot faster and stronger. But I think probably after school, the most thing that I would do is probably like running and stuff. Cause I mean, I still want to stay.
Active.
Huh?
Staying active.
Yeah, I want to stay active and stay in shape because, I mean, I don't want it to be to the point like, cause I still do stuff like I like to go skiing. I went ice skating the other day on a pond, which was really fun. Like I still want to be able to do that stuff and like not get winded. So if I like, I mean, I'm probably not gonna run every day, but if I can take some days out of my week to run for like 30 minutes to an hour, I mean, I think that'd be a good thing to do to stay somewhat in shape.
Yeah, so we're going to have this new section like every episode from now on called the Fact of the Day
Fun fact of the day.
with Mr. Marshall Beer. So, yeah, take it off, Marshall.
How's everybody doing? Your fun fact of the day is cat urine glows under a black light. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Marshall.
Damn, I didn't know that.
It's a cool fact you got there.
Yeah.
So you'll be expecting that now every podcast. Maybe he'll come in with some different stuff, make it exciting.
Yeah, right. He might be shirtless next episode. I don't know.
With him.
You're gonna have to find out. So, yeah, I don't know. What's like the best thing of like streaming that you like? I don't know. Like, what's something you look forward to every time you like get on stream?
I mean, that's a hard question, but I would say probably just like the people like coming in and joining and talking to people because there's like, okay, so there's some people like, I mean, I have my close friend group that I talk to about every day, and then like, okay, so this is hard, like me and Chris's relationship, like we don't really talk that much outside of school. Besides, like we talk in school a lot, but like when it comes to video games and something, that's like something we connect on. So like we'll play games together, like COD, or he'll come to my stream and I'll talk to him, or he'll stream and I'll talk to him. So I mean, I just think that it's nice to be able to have like, I don't know, an audience to talk to people and have a good time with, and I always look forward to that. Like,
All right, so what do you think you're going to be doing after you graduate high school, like in terms of job?
so after high school, I mean, this is a hard decision. I think this is with a lot of high schoolers. I mean, I would say a lot of seniors too, because I mean, there's some of my friends who still don't know what they're going to do yet, but I have to decide whether I want to go to college or not, because the job that I want to have when I get older doesn't necessarily need it, but it's college will, I mean, nowadays it's hard to tell because you don't necessarily need it, but it will help and get me around other people who want to do what I want to do, and just to have other ideas, and just anytime like I'm doing something, I try to listen to someone and see what ideas. So I think it could help me in that way. But I think that I'm gonna go to college for a year or two and get a business degree, and then after that, like I have it kind of like figured out. Like I know what I want to do in the end, but I got to figure out like what I want to do in the middle. And I think I'm gonna get like a hands-on job, like an iron worker or something like that. I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot recently, but I want to get like a high-paying job. I don't care if it's hard work or not, because I'm not gonna be doing that the rest of my life. So if I have to sacrifice my body for a couple years so I can get some bread, then I'm fine with that. But then after that, I'm gonna own a business, and that's where, like, from that job, I'm gonna make enough money to start up a business. And that's really like my dream, to be a entrepreneur. And I always think of like highly of myself, like not trying to be arrogant or anything, but always try to dream big, and I want to have multiple businesses and just all that type of stuff. I really want to get into real estate because I feel like you can make a lot of money in there, and I for some reason I want to open up a pizza shop, but I think that'd be something really cool to have. But I want to have a couple businesses and stuff like that, and one day I'll have a pizza shop because I just think that'll be a fun thing to have.
You got
and
a
like,
recipe? Your pizza going to be any good?
no, but I'm telling you, I haven't handmade a pizza yet, but I got that on point. When I put that pizza in the oven,
What, to Tony's or whatever?
bro, whatever pizza it is.
I mean, you're just throwing it in the oven.
Yeah.
bro, but you can
It's
throw,
not you. It's
Listen,
the
it's
oven.
not you.
No,
It's not
it is.
you.
It is you.
It
I'm
is
telling
not
you.
you.
Just
There,
click on the temperature.
no, but
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
know exactly when you see that cheese getting golden, and you look at the bottom of the pizza and you see that it's not like white, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have it to where
Well, yeah, you gotta cook it.
Yeah, but there's some people who mess that up. I'm telling you, I got that on point. I'm gonna figure out how to
It's not
roll
you.
some bread.
It's not you.
Italy or something on
Well,
a trip to find out how to make good pizza.
I'll
Because you
figure
gotta
it
get the
out.
sauce and all that.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. Now taking it back to like Twitch, who's like someone you look up to in like Twitch, like streaming world? I don't know, I guess.
I would say, okay, so this doesn't really have to do anything with Twitch, but the person I look up to the most on like a platform would have to be Casey Neistat. He's a YouTuber. He used to be a daily vlogger, but now he's like settled down a little bit because his family and everything, and which is understandable. But I don't know, just when I was a little kid, it always made like, I know that like our area that we live in is like, I guess like country, and I mean it's alright, but I definitely want to move on to bigger and better things, and like him showing the New York lifestyle and just showing how like there's a lot of neat people out there, and like here it's like I feel like there's no diversity and stuff like that, and I just feel like moving to a city or something, like not all cities are nice places, like I mean I'm sure there's nice places in Chicago, but you know there's a lot of bad places. But I want to move, like I'd like to move to New York one day, or at least
To live there or just like...
I mean, I don't really know yet, but yes, I definitely would like to live there because, I mean, it is high money to live there, but I just think that it's a really neat place, and there's a lot that you could do there. Like, there's just, I feel like there's always something new there. Like, the area that we're in now, I just feel like it's the same old, and, like, there's only a couple big places like the mall and just stuff like that. Like, there's not really much to do around here. New York or a big city, there'd always be something to do, and I just feel like it'd be a nice environment to be in.
New York's also one of them places where I feel like you can find like people from all over the world. I feel like, I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that, and I feel like like in cities, I feel like there'd be bigger opportunities, and I mean, there's that, like, okay, everything, like, I'm not saying this, but now since I started reading and like getting into books and stuff and like want to be an entrepreneur, like I look at stuff for money, not like everything, but like you got to think about the area, the place, and all this, and like there's definitely money to be made around here, but I don't know, big city, there's just so much that you could do and create, and I just think it'd be super fun.
yeah, for sure. Now, do you have like a favorite moment so far from like streaming that you have?
Or from sports or anything.
Yeah, some.
Just your favorite thing that you look back on and think about it.
Like that one memory that's just gonna last forever.
I mean, there was a day that I was streaming on Fortnite, and like there was nothing big really going on, and I was in the middle of a game, and there was a couple big donations, and it was like crazy. The first person who started off was Jagger Knight. He gifted me a bunch of subs, and I was like, whoa, and I was in the middle of a game, and it was like starting to get towards end game, and I was trying to clutch it up. And then Edgar DeBon, Chris's brother, the kid I was talking about earlier, he started donating too and gifted me subs. And then there's this guy named Mr. Melter who is like a big part of my stream who has donated a crap ton, and these other guys that I'm naming too have too, and any other people, thank you for that. But that day was like pretty crazy because it was just back on just donations, and I just wasn't expecting that day. Like there's always like streaming is like, I don't know the word to use for it, but it's just so random. Like you just don't know what's gonna happen. Like you know that you're gonna stream and make this content, but you don't know what, like in your stream there's like a factor, like what people say will determine what's gonna happen during that stream or what they do, and I don't know. It was a really crazy day, and I was very excited about it.
Yeah, just shout out to everyone who watches Clee too.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah, tell them like that's the same thing we're doing. You know, small, trying to start up and just I don't know, keep it going, I guess. So I don't know. You got something else, Si?
Nah, I think we're good.
Yeah, you want to like tell them your social media or anything?
Shout yourself out on
Yeah,
anything.
feel free.
My Twitch is it's Skoxpz, Skoxpz. I stream on there every Wednesday, but I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible. But feel free to stop by, and usually we all have a good time. You get to meet Chris, who I'm talking about, which he's a really good guy, and I think we all have a fun time, hopefully, and it's a fun experience for everyone. But there's gonna be some funny stuff coming up here soon with VR. I think it'll be a good experience to do, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the link for Clee's Twitch profile down in the description below. Like always, we're gonna leave our socials too. Make sure you follow us at Cavetalk.podcast on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, make sure you subscribe.
We got some new guests lined up already for future podcasts.
So
the next
make
one's
sure-
gonna be Marshall Beer. He's gonna be on the podcast next, and we'll go from there. We got some other people asking to be on, so
Former clay professional.
Yeah,
so we'll just
he
see
loves
how
clay.
it goes.
Again, merch is gonna come soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Trying
Yeah,
to figure it all out, how we're gonna make it. And
right.
we don't
Shouldn't
want
take
to
it
be
shouldn't take that long,
quality.
but
We want it to be nice and. You know.
mhm. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for listening, watching. Make sure you subscribe, like it, share, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
See ya.